Hello, and welcome back to another brand new review and the start of the trilogy month. Yes, in case you're new here, last August I decided to do a trilogy month where I picked some trilogies that I have either seen before or um, one that I hadn't seen before, and I wanted to rewatch them. That being the original Star Wars trilogy, episodes 4, 5, and 6, the Men in Black trilogy, excluding International, because I don't count that as a movie, and watched for the very first time was the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And that did, reasonably well. So I knew that for this year I wanted to do at least one trilogy month. And initially it was going to be April, but then I decided to push it back to May. And as you can tell by the title, the first of the review is going to be of Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, the Dragon Ball Z film that came out in the late 90s. I couldn't tell you the exact year off the top of my head. So why did I decide to go back to the Broly trilogy? Well, it's been nearly a decade since I last rewatched them because I remember in my teenage years watching the trilogy one weekend with my cousin. Um, we binged through all three of them in the one sitting, and the consensus we had at the time was Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan was the best, followed by Second Coming, and then last was Bio Broly. So we'll see how that goes up, how that sticks up. But as well, now that we have the canon Dragon Ball Super Broly film, um, that that's something to take into consideration as well because you know Dragon Ball Super Broly is probably my favorite of the Dragon Ball films that I have yet, but there are still some Dragon Ball films that I have yet to see. Anywhoosies, so yeah, I literally just finished watching Dragon Ball Super Broly. I watched it on Blu-ray, and I watched it with the original Japanese score, which I did not know was an option to toggle between the US and Japanese score. I thought it was just going to just give me the Japanese score, so I watched, as I said, Broly with that. So I didn't get to listen to Pantera. That's what Funimation added into it was some of the early grunge rock style of music into it, and it definitely, listening with the Japanese score definitely kind of tanked my enjoyment of it because there were just scenes that were just, uh, too quiet for my liking. Now, I know that's how it was originally portrayed in Japan, but I don't know. Anyway, so what about the film did I not like? Well, for starters, Broly. Now I know it's become a meme at this point for Broly and his reason for doing what he did. Why he hated Goku and or slash Kakarot, and it's because he was crying like a little baby, so much that it just irritated Broly. And then the reason why Broly and Paragus was cast away was because of Broly was born with a power level of 10,000, which rivaled the King Vegeta and Prince Vegeta on planet Vegeta. Yeah, the planet's called Vegeta, and the king is and the prince is also called Vegeta. Um, so yeah, I just needed to clarify that for the non Dragon Ball fans that watch this. My regular viewers that might not know a single thing about Dragon Ball. As well, we see that King Vegeta in a flashback goes to kill Broly, stabs him, doesn't kill him, but he beats up Paragus and they leave him to rot. And that's when Paragus says that that's when Frieza came and destroyed the planet. How did Paragus know about that? Because the original consensus until the Frieza saga was that the planet Vegeta was destroyed by meteors. Granted, Vegeta probably told him about this on the way over to New Vegeta, um, was a plan. The Paragus' plan was to have him keep searching for this legendary Super Saiyan that destroyed the South Galaxy long enough for this comet to come and destroy the planet, thus killing him, for Paragus to get revenge on what his father did to him, which would have made much more sense as the reason for Broly to be pissed off, which thankfully they did fix for Dragon Ball Super Broly. Another issue that I have is how they survived. You know, again, harping back to Super Broly, they were off planet when planet Vegeta was destroyed, but in this, they somehow managed to survive in an energy ball. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's been established that, though it's been, lackadaisy, that, Saiyans can't breed in space. But it's also something that has been shown that they kind of do, and then I won't explain it because then I'll just hurt my head trying to explain it. Um, but yeah, the first half of the film, not really much happens. We get the basic premise of South Galaxy is destroyed. King Kai gets Goku to help or to investigate, which then leads him to the gang, which triggers Broly. We see that on a picnic, that's when Paragus shows up and brings Vegeta, uh, Trunks, Gohan, Oolong, and Roshi and Krillin to New Vegeta. Why Roshi thought it'd be apparent to go and Oolong. Like, I know they're trying to hold Roshi off, and he was absolutely wasted. Um, but having them there, they literally done nothing of interest. Krillin's usually the one that helps fight it. He is the strongest human, but in this he did absolutely nothing. Vegeta, literally, as soon as Broly turned into the legendary Super Saiyan, he did nothing. For the vast majority of for the second half of the film, he did absolutely nothing, and people say Super ruined Vegeta. I think this film would like to have a word with you on who ruined Vegeta the worst. Um, and then Piccolo shows up for no fucking reason. Like, I know they give an explanation, and it's the fact that he can somehow hear Goku and King Kai talking because he has big pointy ears. Uh, that doesn't make any sense. Um, Now I'm not sure what the original context to that is in the original Japanese version, because I just could not be arsed to look it up or watch it in Japanese. I'm not against watching things subbed. Um, I love watching things subbed or dubbed, but my frame of mind right now, uh, I just wasn't in the humor to pay attention to stuff like that. Um, so yeah, like, I liked this film when I first saw it. I enjoyed it when Team Four Star made their version of it, because they actually made it watchable. Now that I've watched it for a second time, they have definitely made it so much more watchable. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super Broly is always going to be the superior version. But I still have respect for this version, is because it's what gave us Broly, who then went on to be like a fan favorite character. And Vic Mignogna voices Broly amazingly. I love his voice. I'm not going to go into the whole Vic Mignogna situation from a couple of years ago when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out. There's a reason why I didn't mention it in my Broly review, and there's a reason why I will not be mentioning it now. It is it's a batshit crazy situation that I just won't give my 2 cents on, whether or not I support Vic or not. Um, so yeah, aside from that, I do enjoy his voice as uh, Broly. He done it really, really well. I really love the screams that he can do for Broly, um, especially in Super Broly. But yeah, as I was saying, it's because of the popularity of Dragon Ball Z Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, that we got the sequel, um, Broly Second Coming, which is a stupid way of retconning his death into surviving. But we'll get to that on Wednesday. The terrible Bio Broly, but then, to have him Broly brought into canon because he is the fan favorite, where we have Kale of the Universe 6, who is the sort of female version of Broly, Femme Broly, as I hear some people refer to her as. And then, of course, after the end of Super, the anime, we got the Broly film, which made Broly canon, which I was absolutely happy about. Like I said, I reviewed it. I love it. It is my favorite of the movies. So, with that being said, I think that now is a good enough time for me to end this review off. Um, so I still like it, but Super Broly is better than Z Broly, in my honest opinion. Um, so if you want to go see what I had to say about the Super Broly, you can just easily look it up on my channel. Um, anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall hopefully see you all on Wednesday for my foray back into the Broly move trilogy with Broly Second Coming, where we're going to, this took place during the Cell Saga. We're now going to jump straight into just before the Boo Saga for this. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you all on Wednesday for another brand new review.